Hello, students. Welcome to Ielts Insider. I am your teacher today, Robin Shaw, and we are going to talk about Ielts writing. Task 2. We've talked about Task 1 in a previous live stream. Today is Task 2, and I'm going to call it Band 9 Workshop. Workshop kind of means we're going to be working together on some writing and looking at some writing to help you improve your writing. Yes, we will be doing an essay today. It's a very important lesson. I prepared an essay. We're going to go through it together. And then, of course, uh, you're going to have your homework. So let's just jump here to the plan. So IELTS Writing Test 2 overview. I'm going to remind you what is required. Words and time and what you need to do for the IELTS writing task 2. Then we're going to look at task 2 question analysis. We're just going to look at the question, break down the question, because that is very important, understanding the question. And then we're going to look at an essay. And of course, I'm going to give homework. We're going to do all that in this live stream. Let's take a look at the chat as students are coming in. Layla's here. Hello. And we have a writing task. Yes, you will have a big homework assignment at the end of this lesson. You have to give more attention. What type of writing task are you going to teach today? The writing 2 task. Hello, Sleepwalker. Okay, you're talking. People are chatting. Good for you. Practicing writing before the live stream began. Let's close that. Okay. Good morning from Colombia. Just on time. Yes. IELTS writing task 1 was quite difficult. I don't think it was that difficult. We don't like to use the word difficult. Let's use the word challenging. Let's see what is writing to task 2 like. It'll be challenging too, but you will improve your writing. You will get better after this live stream. We should ban the word difficult and just use challenging. Ali Haidar, welcome. Okay, thank you. That's good to know. Hendrik, hello. Okay, and we have Air Cavs. Hi there. Greetings from Mexico. We have a lot of students from Mexico these days. Okay, welcome everyone. Let's get into it. So, as I mentioned, this is what we're going to do during this live stream. And we can do it. We can do it. Don't worry. I'm going to walk you through it all. And okay, Ramdan is here, so we can start. Welcome. Yeah, no difficult anymore. Nothing's difficult. We can do it. It's challenging. It's forcing you to get better. All right, so the quick overview, we did task 1 before. Task 1, looking at the chart, graph, map, something like that, was 150 words, a little bit over 150 words, minimum 150 words. 20 minutes is your target time. Of course, you only have 60 minutes, so you don't want to waste too much time on task 1. You want to get that out as quick as possible so you can spend more time on task 2, which is 250 words, 40 minutes. Task 2 can be considered a little more challenging because you got to really organize your thoughts and get out an essay, a short essay in a short amount of time. And the task 2 scoring, task response. Are you reading and understanding the prompt they give you, the question? Are you writing? Are you staying on task in your writing? Coherence and cohesion. You're writing very well. It's all going together. you're organized, lexical resources, your vocabulary is, not too simple, but you're not too high showing off words that you don't really understand. You're at your level, and grammatical range and accuracy. You got to worry about all these things that we're going to talk about. We'll get through it. And we have Omar from Senegal. Welcome. And we have Uni Rahisa. Hello. Welcome. Well, we got so many new people. Take a moment right now to pay. You pay by hitting that like for this video. So take a moment, please like the video, and I will continue. I really appreciate all the likes we get for our videos and everyone who watches. In the chat, has anyone tried task 2 before? Let me know in the chat if you have experience trying to write an essay for IELTS task 2. You didn't have to write the official IELTS, but if you did, tell me in the chat. But if you just practiced writing task 2, let me know. And Sleepwalker, who has very fast thumb, says never. Never. Don't worry about it. We'll get to it. Well, Sleepwalker, I'll ask, do you have any experience writing an essay? Julio. Hello, Julio. Hi, this is Sankarshan Pandey. I'll try to remember your name because I can't read the script. I guess that's from India or Bangladesh. Where are you from? Sankarshan Pandey. Only on my native language. Okay, which I'm going to say is Russian, right? All right, we'll get through it. We're not going to look at the homework yet. Any questions about this page before I go to the essay? This is a good time to ask any questions about task 1, task 2, the scoring. If you have a question, get it in. Lavi is here. Okay, Uni says, I write an essay, but I have insecurities with grammar. Well, remember with your IELTS writing, doesn't have to be perfect, right? You can, they do call it little mistakes, little slips. You don't have to be 100% perfect. 100% perfect, even band 9, you can get band 9 and not 100% perfect. So I wouldn't worry about the mistakes. Okay. Just keep studying. You're always getting better. You're always improving. It's not, don't, it's not a test where it's pass or fail. You're just getting the level, and that's your level, and you're always trying to increase your level. And most people need band 6, 6.57. They don't need band 9. So even if you have, you do have some grammar mistakes that prevents you from getting band 9, well, you probably don't need band 9. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. If we have same of word in both task, either one, what do you mean same word? You can use the same vocabulary. You can't, what vocabulary are you talking about? No helping verbs. Sorry, and there seems to be a bad guy in here. I got to kick him out. All right. No helping verbs and articles are counted, in my opinion. Isn't it, mentor? Uh, yeah, they are. Uh, Everything is counted. I'm not sure what you mean. You got to do your best. Is there any difference between coherence and cohesion? I feel they're similar. Yes, they're similar. Coherence, coherence and cohesion. Just think of that as your organization. It's following a certain organization. So we have the big picture organization, and then within the essay, we have word, the proper transition words to help us read the essay, the correct grammar, uh, things like that. I think James would explain that better at a different time. I don't really want to go into that, but coherence, just think of it as the overall essay is well written, and the cohesion is the little parts that is well written. Okay, I think the bad guy's gone. Yes, same vocabulary, probably 80% of vocabulary. Is it an influence to our score? You mean you're writing the same vocabulary, task one, task two? Uh, I don't think you're gonna do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to repeat that vocabulary. All right, let's get into the next part here, which is I'm going to jump over here to this screen here. Now, is the font big enough? Can you read that? Do you want me to increase the font size? Writing task 2. It says you should spend about 40 minutes on this task. Okay, we know that. Write about the following topic. Let's look at the topic together. Maybe I will make that really big. Says some people say that now we can see films on our mobile phones or tablets. That now we can see films or mobile phones on our tablets. There is no need to go to the cinema. Others say that to be fully enjoyed, films need to be seen in a cinema. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Okay, so we know this. Remember, we must understand the question. If you do not understand the question, big problem. So make sure you understand the question. Let's read it again together. Some people say that now we can see films on our mobile phones or tablets. There is that now we can see our films on our mobile phones or tablets. There is no need to go to the cinema. Let's put a couple colors here. No need to go to the cinema. Others say that to be fully enjoyed, films need to be seen in a cinema. Can someone paraphrase that for me? Remember, we have to be able to paraphrase this topic. We have to take this information and we have to paraphrase it, write it again, trying to use synonyms. So paraphrase. You want to summarize this using different words. If someone can, please try to paraphrase. Everyone's going to be, she's worried. Teacher, the IELTS examiners check everything in us. Yes, they check everything. But yeah, they check everything. That's what they're doing. That's we remember, we don't just want to worry about the IELTS exam. We also have to consider, where is this test taking us? If it's taking us to a university in the UK or America, this is just the start of our writing. So you shouldn't have the idea that, okay, when I finish the IELTS test, I never have to write an essay again. No, 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 no. If you're going to the university, you're going to have a lot more difficult essays. This is the easy part. If you're going to a company, yeah, you're going to have to write reports, give presentations. So the IELTS test is the starting point. It's not the finishing. It's not the finishing point. What is beyond IELTS? So you shouldn't have the attitude, oh, what are they checking? No, you're always just trying to get better. You take the test. When you finish the test, you're still continuing to try to get better wherever you're going. All right. Layla attempted to paraphrase this. The first group prefer to watch films on their advices. Advices is an uncountable noun, so you got to say advice. I think they find this was easier. Layla, good try, but I'm a little confused. You can't say stuff like the first group. You got to be very specific. What is the first group? I don't know what the first group is. So you got to be a little specific because, oh, you're outing her name. The other group, again, you cannot say, you got to be specific. There's more enjoyable and fun. Now, they used enjoy to use enjoyable and fun. Okay. Sleepwalker, you're saying hello to, or not Sleepwalker, Eunice is saying hello to everyone. Eunice, focus on the lesson. All right, let's take a look together. So, as Layla's saying, there's two groups. Uh, so, some people say because of new technology, okay, instead of saying mobile phones or tablets, I could just say new technology, or I could use devices. Instead of repeating the words mobile phones or tablets, I could use new technology, devices. There is no need to go to the cinema. Cinema, what's a synonym of cinema? That's an easy question. Write it in the chat. What's a synonym of the cinema? So others say, so Layla's other group, to be fully enjoyed, films need to be in the cinema. So one group thinks you don't need to go to the cinema because of the devices, and another group, you should go to the cinema to fully enjoy the experience. I guess to have a full experience, yes, it's better to the. I'm not asking your opinion right now. I'm asking to paraphrase the question. All right, movie theater. So right away you got a synonym or synonym for cinema. Synonym for cinema. A bioscope. What is a bioscope? Let me check that. What? Hendrik? I don't know what that is. That is okay. That's a movie projector. I've never heard that term used before. It is related to the cinema, but I've never used that before. Okay, teacher, I'm focused on the lesson. Can we talk about the advantages and disadvantages? Well, it's not asking advantages and disadvantages. It says discuss both views and give your opinion. I'm going to highlight these parts because I don't want you to. So, very important. Discuss both views. So, discuss both viewpoints, discuss both opinions. So, when you're writing your essay, you got to be sure you talk about the group that think the devices are good enough. You don't have to go to the cinema, and you have to talk about the group that view. So you got to that view the cinema experience is very important. So you do have to talk about both views and give your opinion. Now, give your opinion. Should we use I in the essay? Should we use personal pronouns in this essay? Should I say I? Can I say in my opinion in this essay? Lots of people don't like to go to the cinema because they don't want to waste their time or money. Yeah, that's an opinion. Depends on the purpose. Everyone's jumping to the opinion. Mernawati. It depends on the purpose. When they want to watch a movie, if they want to hang out with friends, it's better to go to the cinema or movie theater. It depends. Okay, you're repeating that. This paragraph. I think, Layla, you are analyzing it like task one. You're analyzing it like task one. It's not like task one. Nowadays, we have the chance to enjoy films on our devices, but other people to enjoy movies at the most, we should go to the cinema. Getting closer, Anna Maria. Getting closer. In my opinion, according to my point of view, yes. Many people prefer to watch films at home. It's comfortable, and you could choose. Let's try not to use contractions in our essay. It's comfortable, and you can choose any film. Others tend to go to the movie theater to get the full movie experience. Well, yeah, that's good, Sleepwalker, but I would say at home is not correct because we can watch. I would focus more on the technology or the devices. Yeah, if you sit at home, but you could be on the bus, you could be going for a walk in the park and start watching a movie. Uh, it's not really about home. If you said that, it was fine, but I would focus more on the devices. I think it's not suitable to say my opinion in this kind of essay. What do you think? Well, what do we think? Well, it's not my opinion, but so if you're writing this essay, it says give your opinion. Uh, yeah, in in a true academic essay, we should not use I. We should not use me. If you're doing a research essay at university, you should never say I. But for this IELTS, they want you to write at an academic style, but you can't research anything. You can only give opinions and evidence from your own knowledge and experience. So yes, I would say try not to as much as you can. But of course, if you say in my opinion in the essay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It says right there, give your opinion. So you can say in my opinion. Uh, that's okay. But again, let's think about, with the IELTS, you can use in my opinion, but when you go on to university, the essays are not going to allow that sort of personal writing. Okay. Watching. Okay. So you guys are eager to break down this question here. Okay. So Uni says watching film has to be enjoyable and fun, either that place we're fit in and film, but people tends to save time by watching film and having their activities running, and mobile phone is the best choice. Which is your opinion? Nowadays, I'm going to show you a sample essay in a moment, so we'll take a look. Nowadays, we have two options of watching movies. The first option, people have the ability to watch movies using their device, thanks to the improvement of digital people. Thanks to the improvement of digital technology, comma, people prefer watching film on their cell phones or laptops, but other things. Mobile phones, you change that to cell phones. Okay. Tablets, you change to laptops. Okay. You're using different words, but others think that there would be more fun to go to the movie theater. Okay. Yeah. So Omar is not, it's not perfect, but this is how I want you thinking. Right away, he's trying to get synonyms and he's trying to paraphrase this. So, Omar, good for you. You're getting closer to what I'm asking. Most people choose to watch movies on their devices. They find it most convenient. Again, they find it most convenient is more of an opinion. We're not ready for opinion yet. Uh, well, again, it depends on your opinion. Others want to enjoy the beauty of the movie in the cinema. You had a chance there to use movie theater so they don't miss anything. So, again, let's try not to use contractions. Watching a movie on the device is more flexible as we can watch it at any time without spending much time. Yes. Money and time. Cinema is theater. Yes. Nowadays, we don't need, I don't like contractions. We don't need to go to the movies because we have the chance to see films on our devices, but some people think that we need to go. Can you use something better than but? Come on. But I taught you at least 10 transitions you could use. But Anna Maria, come on. You're going for band 7, 8, 9. But is not going to get you there. On the other, okay, you guys are just writing full essays. Well, on the other hand, other people like to watch the movies by going to the movie theater for getting more enjoyable and fun. For getting more enjoyable, that's a little awkward. Um, on one side, there are people who believe that using devices to watch movies is sufficient and easy to use. Okay. Those people think that the cinema is the old way to see. We don't know if they feel it's the old way. You can guess that. Wow, we got a lot of chats today, a lot of posting. I'm trying to catch up. I want to move on to the essay, so stop. Stop for a moment. Some people prefer to watch movies using a phone or device at home. Again, we don't. It could be anywhere. It could be on the bus, to spend time on the weekend at home with the family, particularly during pandemic. Okay. Unibioscope, the translation of Sina in Bahasa, bioscope. I never heard that term before. I don't think I'm pretty sure we don't use that in English. Nowadays, we can access everything easier. We can watch films without going to the cinema because we can use our mobile phone and it's enjoyable without any disturbing from other people. All right. Furthermore, that's a better word. If you want to enjoy a movie and its features, you must watch it in the cinema. You must watch it in the cinema. If you watch it on cell phones, tablet, labs, again, I would shorten a lot of that to just devices or small displays or something like that. You want to paraphrase. You want to shorten it as much as you can. People choose more comfortable options to watch a movie at any time convenient for them. At the same time, other people tend to spend. I would get more specific to the devices. Big TVs, OLED, and QLED can be options. Okay, thank you, thank you. All right. Anyway, we have to understand the question. So it's very important before you move on. You read the question, you got to understand the question, you start thinking synonyms, and you're thinking of ways to paraphrase this. And then you have to plan, very important what they say here, both views. You got to talk about both sides and give your opinion. So this is what they're requesting you to do, and this is what we're going to do in the essay. Let's take a look at the essay. All right, let's break it up. Hope you can see that. Let's get rid of the branding there. So our goal in the introduction. Now, an introduction usually has a hook. Now, a hook is, the first line to kind of catch the reader, to tell the reader this is going to be an interesting essay. We don't really need a hook in an IELTS essay, but when you get into other academic essay writing, probably a hook is necessary. But the IELTS reader is going to read your essay, so they don't need a hook. They're going to read it. So don't focus too much on having a wonderful hook. The first sentence is interesting and capturing their attention. You don't need to worry about that. You're not going to get points for that. What you do need to do is paraphrase the question. Take the question, summarize it, paraphrase it, and let's take a look. That's the first thing. And I will highlight that here, which this person is doing a wonderful job. So some people believe that it is no longer necessary. Good, because there is no need. So they said they just changed that to no longer necessary to go to movie theaters. So right away they knew cinema. I can change that to movie theaters. As we can now watch movies on our smart devices like tablets, mobile phones, and computers. And I like this point right here. Smart devices, like tablets, I can't say mobile phones and computers. Now, they talked about tablets and mobile phones, and he's adding computers. But I like the word smart devices. Now, this is the first part. Now, this person will continue. What color? How about it? There are nonetheless many others who insist that in order to fully enjoy a movie, it has to be watched on the big screens of a cinema. So, what are they doing here? So, fully enjoyed, and how are they adding it? They're using the same. They didn't find any other word, but they are adding big screens of a cinema. I like that. I like that expression there. And they're repeating cinema here. All right. So they are paraphrasing. They're saying the question again. It's a little long here, but that's okay. I would prefer shorter, but it's still good. So right away, that's the first thing you need to do in your introduction. Paraphrase the question. Write it again. Try to use synonyms, explaining what that question is talking about. Nonetheless, yes, I'm not going to teach nonetheless in this. I can't teach all the grammar points and vocabulary in this lesson, but I will point out. Here's a good word too: insist. All right. So the second thing you must do in your introduction is answer their question. And what was their question? I don't see a question mark, but they're certainly telling you what to do. Give your opinion. In the introduction, your opinion must be very clear. Very clear. Do not, I shouldn't be guessing. I should know exactly what your opinion on this issue is. And right there, this person just says, in my opinion. And I love it because it's very clear. I'm not confused. So, in my opinion, watching a movie on a big screen is certainly more enjoyable, but watching it on our devices is more convenient. Okay. So, wow, great. This person has broken it down, the issue. This person has broken down the issue into there's two sides. One side is more enjoyable, and one side is more convenient. Great way to break down the two sides. And yeah, so in my opinion, watching a movie on a big screen is certainly more enjoyable, but watching it on our devices is more convenient as it saves both time and money, which someone said in the chat. And I prefer this option. So again, repeating their opinion and their preference there. So in my opinion, okay, I can see it's more enjoyable, but more convenient, which is the side I like. All right, so this is a great introduction to the essay. First, paraphrase the question and then give your opinion. That's what you need to do in the introduction. Easy. Everyone is quiet now. You have any questions or comments about the introduction? Let me know in the chat. Wake up, wake up. Or is everyone in shock? There's too many colors. Hello. All right. I noticed that the introduction here is too long. Yeah, I as I mentioned, I would prefer a shorter paraphrasing. But Eunice, it's fine. Like we're not all professional writers with the perfect introduction. We got time. We got pressure of time. We got to plan this essay. We got to write it out. It's not going to be the best thing you've ever written in your life, and they know that. And you're going to get points. I think what I'm trying to say is just focus on what you need to do. If it takes you extra words to do it, that's okay, as long as it's done. This person paraphrased it and gave their opinion. So I'm happy. I'm happy they did that. Is it perfect? Not at all, but it is great. We need to focus on using a variety of synonyms to make our essays more advanced and coherent. Yes. Synonyms are always great for IELTS, whether it's writing or speaking. Synonyms allow you to show I have a vocabulary range here. I know this and I know this, so it's a chance to show. Okay, not only do I know cinema, but I also know movie theater, things like that. Also, I'm using words insist, big screens. I'm using some words to help my sentences come together, like nonetheless, in order to. So, in my opinion, here's an as for because. We learned this. Here, let me get me off the screen. Remember, in the previous video, we learned this as, which means because. They're using that right there. So good. Archives, nonetheless, check it. I'm not going to go into. I'm not going to explain any dictionary words in this video right now. I'm just going to focus more on the writing, not the vocabulary. According to some people, but I'll certainly do a video in the future on nonetheless. So watch out for that. Because it takes a while to show, to explain the word and show examples. According to some people, watching movies using their devices is much better. There's no point to go to movie theaters. Other people, on the contrary, I would begin with on the contrary. Other people tend to go to the cinema, like in times past, to get inspiration, get more emotion, to get more emotions. You want to feel more emotions, maybe. In my view, good. It's possible to get the same enjoyment out of a movie by watching it at home. I would change that to why watching it on a device. Although I do not rule out that I may not get some impression. Oh, you're writing the whole essay watching at home. Yeah, that works. Who are you talking to? I think we need to know how to introduce the paragraph. That will take practice, and you will practice with homework. So just start paraphrasing. It depends on the question. So we're just looking at one type of question today. There are other types of questions for writing, and I'll give that in the I'll talk about that in the future. So really, you got to consider what is the question asking? What not every IELTS question is saying discuss both views and give your opinion. They might be asking other things to look for in a different style, or asking for a different style of essay. I'm not going into that today. I will in the future, but just for today, as is the beginning, we're just focusing on this style of question. So how can we know what do native speakers use as synonyms very often more than others? Well, you're learning English, Layla. You're already learning. I'm sure, Layla, that you knew cinema and movie theater are synonyms. You don't need a native speaker to tell you that. I'm sure you picked that up already. The more exposure you have to English, Layla, you don't compare yourself to native speakers. The IELTS test is not for native speakers. It's just for language learners trying to get into American university. And the more you read, the more you listen, the more synonyms you're going to learn. I think you're worried about synonyms too much. You will get them. You'll learn them. In my opinion, going to the cinema is a better experience, and it makes a big difference about the sound and images. We can be totally focused. I would use another word other than totally. Totally is more like slang. We can be extremely focused, or there's probably a better word. And our attention can easily escape. I like that part. Our attention can easily escape. Rushed, rushed to write. All right, let's move on to okay. So the introduction, we know paraphrase our thesis. Our thesis statement is our opinion. It's very clear. Make those things clear. Let's move on. Again, I'm not going to go over all the vocabulary in this essay, but I will just point out what I want to point out because it's my live stream. So you're going to the body paragraphs. Now, this person has a task to do. I'm losing my speech. They have to discuss both sides. Remember, the question said, don't forget, they're looking for you to discuss both views, give your opinion. So let's take a look. Thanks to the advancement in technology, even high definition movies can now be streamed online and watched on a computer or a mobile phone from anywhere at any time. There are several free and paid movie streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, and Amazon Prime, and they have a huge collection of movies belonging to various genres. By paying a small monthly fee, people can stream any number of movies from these platforms to their devices and watch them at their convenience. This is especially suitable for people whose time constraints do not permit them to watch an entire movie in one sitting. They can pause and resume watching as per their convenience. All right, so this person went into real detail of streaming technology, how you can access it, where you can access it, why you access it, how much you got to pay, and is it a perfect paragraph? No, it's not, but it is good. What do I like about this? It's very specific. I'm going to point out phrases like this. Advancement in, let's not underline that. Let's just make that green. I like that. I like that term. Thanks to the advancements in technology. Okay, so why do we have all of this convenience? Advancements in technology, high definition movies, so that's HD movies, can now be streamed online. Okay, they're using all the accurate words. These are accurate words. These are the words native speakers would use. And there's Layla. How do I know what native speakers would use? Because this person has read a lot of newspaper articles about technology and learned these expressions and started using them in their own language, in their own language library, vocabulary library. So, thanks to advancements in technology, even HD movies, high definition movies, can now be streamed online and watched on a computer or mobile phone from anywhere and at any time. There are several free and paid movie streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, and Amazon Prime, and they have a huge collection. I'm going to give you a task here. What's a better, huge is okay, but what is a synonym of huge we could use? What is a better word of huge? Instead of huge, what could we say? I'm going to give you that. What's a better word we could say than huge? So, and genre will just be in categories. In technology, we say in technology. But when you're talking about technology, you're going to use that preposition on a computer, on a mobile phone, on a TV, but in technology. Layla, I think you already know hundreds and hundreds of synonyms of different words. How can I overcome my problem? By stimulating my brain to think faster when faced with a question like that. So, Mernawati, it's not a problem. It's just practice. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. That is, every teacher is going to say the same thing, and it is true. You just For a lot of you, this is the first time you're looking at task 2, so you're going to feel overwhelmed. But with task 1, I was amazed with how Layla's in our chat now, and Layla watches the live stream now. Layla is in no way an academic writer. Like she's just a general student. 2 months ago, didn't care about IELTS, but watched the task 1 videos, and then Layla tried the task 1, and when I saw Layla's task 1, I was amazed. Wow, in such a short time, Layla was able to understand what she needed to do for task 1. Was she perfect? No, but she was great. If she did task 1, and she will, a few more times, it's going to start looking really, really good. So, Mernawati, I'm going to give homework at the end of this lesson. You do the homework. Next week, I'm going to give homework again. You do the homework. And the week after that, I'm going to give homework again. You do the homework. I promise you're going to get a lot better in a short amount of time if you put in the time and effort. Vast, okay. A vast collection. Massive collection. Streaming, yes. Watching videos online. I like the word extensive. A big, we don't want to go big. Big is big is okay, but big is the basic word. We want to go up to bigger words. And bigger words usually have more letters in them. Although vast has the same amount, that's okay. So big collection, again, it's okay, but I think we want to get, big is a definitely a synonym of huge, but we want to try and use bigger. This is a great chance to show our vocabulary. And if you're given that chance in the essay, do it. Have an incredibly large collection. Yes. Incomparably large. Don't go too big. Modern technology gives you many options, including watching your favorite series or movie in comfort. Yes, that's a good sentence. Large, yeah, large, but again, big, large. Everyone knows those words. Get it? Like I'm gonna throw in my word, extensive. After seeing this long paragraph, my head hurts. Well, this is just the paragraph, not the essay. Are you excellent in English, Rob? BB, I am excellent in English. Tremendous. Okay, there we go, Ali. He's thinking, he's getting bigger there. Tremendous. Yes. Enormous. Yes, there we go. Now we're getting the big words. All right, let's continue on here. Uh, so they, again, this person is showing a lot of knowledge on this topic because they're using devices, platforms. These are the words of this topic. So I have nothing to complain about. There's the words they're choosing very accurate. Grammar's okay. Getting specific example okay. But let's get down to the point. So where do they begin here? All right. So they watch them at their convenience. So we're going back to convenience. It's good. And this is especially suitable for people with time constraints. Good expression. Good expression here. Time constraints. Not enough time. So people whose time constraints, they don't have enough time, do not permit. Oh, another awesome word. Do not permit. Instead of saying do not allow, they're saying do not permit them to watch in an entire movie in one sitting. Sorry, I'm just randomly choosing colors. The colors don't really go well together. They don't mean anything other than look here. So when you watch a movie in one sitting, you just sit down and watch 2 hours. But with time constraints, problem with the time constraints do not permit people to watch in one sitting. So you watch a little bit, and then another day you watch another little bit. Okay, so they can pause and resume watching as per their convenience. So I think this person accurately described the one side and why they are using why they think this is a better way. Uh, they convinced me that they know the vocabulary of this topic, and they have definitely showed me the view. Going back, discuss both views. They they definitely showed me a point of view that there is no need to go to the cinema. And in this paragraph, they showed me, yeah, there is no need to go to the cinema. Advancements in technology, it's streamed online. We got all these services, platforms. You can watch it at your convenience. We have time constraints. We can't watch it in one sitting like that. All right. So now we're going to go on to the other view. Immense. Yes. I like it when we're getting the bigger synonyms. Why are you too sad, teacher? Relax. I am not, I don't think sad is the right word. Maybe stressed because I got big lights in my eyes. I think the writer had read many articles about this topic. Yeah, the writer is, again, this is a band 9 essay. Your I'm showing the top level. Do you need the top level? No. You need your level. I didn't know that it's an essay. Strong. Strong view. All right. So here we have a transition word that we learned, a great transition word, on the other hand. Now, when I taught you on the other hand, I kind of taught you on the one hand, on the other hand, but as some of you pointed out, we when we're writing, we don't always say first on the one hand. Sometimes we skip that and we just say on the other hand. So, on the other hand, cinemas provide a better viewing experience. All right, so good expression here. They provide a better viewing experience because of their large screens, Dolby surround sound systems, and the special ambience. You guys, I'm not going to teach that, but you can check that later. Great word, the ambience. So, right there, wow, I'm impressed with this person's vocabulary. For example, action scenes leave a greater impact on the audience when they are watched on the larger than life screens. Wow. Of a movie theater. Also, the theater provides a distraction free environment. Let's get the same color. That allows the audience to immerse, wow, themselves in the movie. All right. So I'm impressed with this person's writing. So we had the one view. Again, can you write like this? This is your goal. This is your model. You want to get to this level. But again, you don't need necessarily to be at band 9. You just need your level. So on the other hand, the other view. On the other hand, cinemas provide a better viewing experience because of their large screens, Dolby surround sound systems, and the special ambience. For example, great word to use. I must see this when in your essays. Let's put a green. You're introducing a specific example. For example, be direct. For example, or for instance. For example, action scenes leave a greater impact on the audience when they are watched on the larger than life screens. Now, I'm really impressed with this right here. So this writer recognizes that larger than life is acting as an adjective and therefore has the hyphen. So some of you might know that phenomenon in English. When some words act as an adjective, we will put a hyphen, and some of you might not know it. But this person is telling me they know that, and okay, I can recognize, and they're using it correctly. I'll teach that in another video. But right here, they could have used a hyphen again, but they didn't. Anyway, a distraction-free environment and immerse. Great vocabulary right there. How they write such a long essays is really difficult. Well, Pallavi, I think this is a basic essay. So, Pallavi, in your life, as you get more educated, you will need to write essays. When you go to Pallavi, are you going to university in your own language? You will need to write essays. This is how we express ourselves in English in a formal way. We write essays. When you get a job at the company and you've got to write a report, you got to write in a formal way. Latifa, hello. Mernawati, if we know closely about a topic that we want to write, I think we could explore anything extensively. Well, Mernawati, if you are planning to do the IELTS test, it is very important that you read newspaper articles. You're up to date on various topics because you have to practice reading about various topics, even not just topics you're interested in. You gotta have a wide range of knowledge about everything. So when you go into the reading, even the IELTS reading, the IELTS reading, they're going to introduce a new topic and you're not going to know about this topic. But you got to be familiar. Hey, I don't know about this topic, but I can quickly learn about this topic. So, everyone watching, if you're planning to do IELTS, don't just read what you want to read. You got to expand your knowledge on all kinds of topics. I would consider this an easier question to answer because everyone here is familiar with movie theaters and devices. But there might be a question in the future where you're not familiar with what they are talking about. So it's better to keep expanding your knowledge, be familiar with all kinds of topics. Many C1 vocabulary. Well, yeah, ambiance. That's a C2 vocabulary. So we should support our opinions with some examples, or only example is enough. Yeah, in your whatever you're writing, you need to support what you're writing with examples. The first paragraph, or the first body paragraph, uh, this person just gave so many examples, specific examples. They're naming companies: Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, Amazon Prime, uh, the devices. You too, be specific, give examples to support that view or that opinion. Yes. Can we have this essay in digital format, like Word format? Yeah. Okay. I'll put a link below the video after the video. If yeah, dive into the movie is a good expression in this class. Dive into the movie. You could work that in somewhere, but I would say avoid idioms as much as you can use idioms, but I would say try to avoid idioms in formal writing. So if you can't think of anything else, say dive into. But if you can think of a more formal way to express that, then I would suggest a more formal way. Stay away from idioms. In speaking, idioms are more speaking. Or idioms are more of a spoken. What's the word? I'm starting to. Oh, it's over an hour. Idioms are more of a spoken phrases rather than writing, but Sleepwalker, I would, if that's all you can think of at the time, write it. Remember, we got time pressure. We can't always be second guessing ourselves. Is it? Oh, this is an idiom. I can't use it. No, no. If that's what you got, put it and keep going on. I'm sure there are more than 250 words in this essay. Okay, I'll give a word count. Tools, word count. This is 315. 315. Yeah, they're not going to care about what you like. Why are you stammering? Well, stammering is a good word. I'm probably stammering because I've been on for over an hour, and you're free to point me to your live stream so I can comment on your speaking, BB. I was just thinking about the synonyms to the words immerse, bury yourself. BB is antagonistic, but that's okay to a point because he's using good words. He's using stammering, which is the accurate word. So that's why I'm not so angry at BB. All right, let's go into the conclusion. To conclude, very clear what's happening. All right. We got one opinion or one view, on the other end, the second view, and the conclusion. I'm following this essay. It is organized. Watching a movie on a big screen is certainly more enjoyable. However, in my opinion, repeating the opinion, using, however, great sentence here, great sentence structure. I like it. I love it. To conclude, what look at how complicated and advanced this sentence is. To conclude, comma, watching a movie on a big screen is certainly more enjoyable. Semicolon. However, comma, in my opinion, comma, watching it on our personal devices is more convenient, comma, easier, comma, and less expensive. Wow, great job. Very advanced sentence structure. They expressed basically everything in one sentence. I'm impressed. I would rather watch movies on my laptop than make a trip to the movie theater. All right. That's how they conclude their essay. So this is a Band 9 essay. I liked it. Is it perfect? No. But does it answer the did he give both, did he or she give both views? Yes, definitely. Did they give their opinion? Yes, definitely. And that's all you need to do. Follow what the prompt is telling you to do. Paraphrase, opinion, view 1, view 2, and they're adding that conclusion. Could we use summary in summary? Yes. But I prefer in conclusion or to conclude for an ending. In summary is more in summary is more focused on summarizing, and yes, in your conclusion you can be summarizing, but for the ending paragraph, I would suggest you always say in conclusion or to conclude. Those would be clear. This essay is fantastic and we need a lot of attention. All right. This is your homework. Let's talk about your homework. All right. So I post this prompt below this video in the description. So you're going to look at this prompt. And I'm not going to talk about it. So if you chat about it in the chat, I'm not going to talk about it because it's up to you to read it yourself and do it. So there's a prompt. And I gave you similar question here. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Okay. So let's go back to this. Homework. Your homework is to write an IELTS Task 2 essay. And this one's different. Do not check your spelling or grammar before you post. So I want you just to write it as if you were actually doing the test, which means you cannot check your spelling and you cannot check your grammar. So I don't want you to edit it. I just want you to try to mimic real world situation where you're where you're writing the essay, and try to do it in 40 minutes. I know it's your first time for some of you, so if you go over 40 minutes, just let me know how long it took you. But again, if it takes you 1 hour, great. If it takes you 2 hours, that's what it takes you. But you will get faster. And the more you write the essays, you will get faster. So don't check your spelling or grammar before you post. Just give it to me the way you wrote it and post it in the comments. I'm going to check it in the next live stream. So whatever you post, In my next live stream, I'm gonna review it. I'm gonna go through it. What a great deal. You get the practice writing a task two essay. You have a teacher that's gonna check it live. That is the homework. Any questions? Do not check. Yeah, it's a little different because I want to see the raw version of your writing. So I don't want you to cheat. I just want you to write it out without checking it by the computer. Even me, I like it more than task one. Okay, what did they? Okay, Robin, you taught this lesson in a fabulous way. We'll do our best. Okay. However, I think writing task two is not so challenging like writing task one. Yeah, that's an interesting opinion, Sleepwalker. I think for me, yeah, task one is it depends on the question. It depends on the question, but task one can be trickier if you cannot find the information right away, if you do not understand the graph or chart right away, and you don't know what information to talk about, it could be a little trickier. Yes, I'm more comfortable with task two because I've wrote so many essays and I've been editing essays. Check nothing. Check nothing. I want to replicate real world situation where you cannot check spelling, you cannot check grammar. Just show me your real. You can edit it yourself with your own knowledge. You can write it and go back and you check it, but no computer help. Do not check. What will happen with my writing? Don't worry. I'm going to look at it and I'm going to give you advice. If you check it with the computer, you're missing out on the advice. All right. Thank you, Pallavi. All right. That is it. So when will I do the next live stream? I will try to do it midweek. So maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So you have until today, until we'll say Wednesday to finish your homework and post it below this video. And I will check it in the live stream, the next live stream. All right, that's it. I'll finish this live stream in a minute. Any last comments or questions? Let me know. Thank you. Thank you. Julio, thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're just the best. Well, James is my hero. Everything I know is from James. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, I will give feedback. Spelling is a problem if we can't check it. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to be angry if there's spelling mistakes. I'm not going to be angry. Usually I'm angry if there's spelling mistakes, but for this task only, I am not angry with spelling mistakes because I want to see more of it, what your level is. To sum up, that's to summarize. James is the best too, and a little more because he is British. All right. I guess break coffee time. Thanks. All right. Thanks a lot, everyone, for watching, and I'll see you again. James will be here probably Sunday with his live stream, And I'll see you again midweek next week, and I'll talk about writing some more. All right. So take care and bye, everyone.